do the required depot work, we need to push about 9 aircraft through our facility every year. We had not been able to do that since 1999. In 2005, we actually only completed 5 aircraft. And at the rate we were going, there was a very good chance that we would have to ground the operational aircraft in the fleet because our production rate wasn't sufficient to keep them flying properly. By working with Purdue and our own ops research personnel, we were able to take a real good look at our processes and determine that there were a couple of bottleneck areas. And by making improvements in those particular areas, we were able, within 6 months, to change the processes, and in our fiscal year of 2006, actually push 9 aircraft through PDM and prevent groundings to our operational aircraft in the fleet. That was only a small part of what we've done. We've had a number of other studies and programs that we've worked on with Purdue University, and we're positioning ourselves to be better stewards of the taxpayer's dollar, to ensure that we're buying the right parts at the right time in the right quantities in order to keep our aircraft flying.
What you just saw was one example of a project that we've been working on. This is the result of a series of projects. What happened in this case is that we as faculty coordinate with the Coast Guard to create specific problems. For each of these problems, we developed models working with master's students, PhD students, etc., got them implemented with assistance from the Coast Guard. One of the things to note is that all the Coast Guard officers you saw in that video, including Captain Rick Gromlich, were Cranard graduates. So every one of the people involved in implementation is a Cranard graduate. They've taken courses with us in the past. We work on projects that are implemented. This is an example of something that gets us excited. We get a lot of detailed data. We write papers based on this analysis. We work on joint projects, and this video was part of a presentation that we made because we were finalists for an award for the best applied research in operations management. So this gives you a little bit of a sense of what it means to go from the classroom, faculty role, research and practice. As you look at this video, you realize that the focus was on keeping things running. He described the details of engineering, of design, IT systems, manufacturing. There are also a lot of other details, coordinating with suppliers, such as General Electric and Pratt & Whitney, etc. All of this is the role of the operations manager. A lot of the Coast Guard officers there are playing the role of managing the operation. A few other examples that I personally have been involved in that keeps me excited about this field. I've been involved in doing some work with respect to improving the logistics and the supply chain management of the Chicago public school system. The Chicago public school system has 600 schools that are all coordinated from one warehouse that delivers over 2,800 different items to various schools. They've got to manage the inventory, costs, etc. So that's an example. I've done work with grocery retailing where we're trying to sort of forecast the impact on promotions. We're trying to look at optimal pricing, etc. I've worked with companies in the apparel area, apparel catalogs, where we're trying to think about predicting the potential demand for a fashion item and coordinating upstream with suppliers to get the right amount of supply. There are examples from cable TV industries where you're looking at the optimal placement of ads so as to maximize performance. There are also sort of things that sitting here at Purdue you might not think is important, but is important for the world at large. So some of my projects have got to do with the United Nations Logistics Command, where they look at how you coordinate logistics in an area when a catastrophe has taken place and are trying to bring a bunch of people together to get effective performance. So these are examples of the kinds of things that we do as faculty. And if you look at what my career has been, I've primarily been an academic who has done projects while being an academic. So a lot of these are things that lead to papers, that lead to research, and that lead to examples that are there in the classroom. Another way you can learn more, another set of opportunities that you can get, is if you go to the websites here at Purdue. There are 2 websites. There is the Global Supply Chain Management website and the DCMME, the Doubt Center for the Management of Manufacturing Enterprises. Both of these are websites, and I hope that we'll provide these URLs to you, and please take a look at these websites. Along with these websites, there's an operations club which is a graduate student club, but there's also the IMSA, the Industrial Management Student Association. So I encourage you to take the opportunity to go on planned trips that are arranged, to come listen to speakers, to come to the conferences. The conferences are arranged here on campus. It's free for you to attend. So if you come to these conferences, you'll get to talk to practicing managers. If you want to take a look at presentations they've made in the past, please go to the websites. Click on research or click on events and just browse through it. You get a lot of information to educate yourself. Take the advantage to go on a planned trip, kick the tires if you will, see how cars are manufactured, go to a Federal Express trip for example and see the details. These are the ways that you can get an idea of what things are by talking to practicing managers. So if you now look at what kind of a career you can expect when you finish all these courses, and if you get excited, what kind of careers can you expect? First, there are a lot of opportunities, and the reason these opportunities are ever increasing is because companies are spreading their operations globally, which means these entities need to be coordinated. There are lots of opportunities for inventory managers, procurement managers, supply chain managers, manufacturing planning, and scheduling. All of these are examples of things you would do. My suggestion is that if you start looking at job descriptions in this area, my suggestion is to also look at professional societies. There are a number of professional societies, APICS, the American Production and Inventory Control Society. If you just look at the APICS website, it gives you a lot of videos and a lot of detail regarding jobs that would be available. Another option is to look at the Supply Chain Management Professional Association, which is called CSCMP, the Council of Supply Chain Management Professionals. If you look at their website, you'll learn a lot about what's going on there. There are other examples such as ISM, the Institute for Supply Managers. Each of these are professional societies, and a lot of them will give you ideas of how to get certified in that specific area. So how should I get you to think about all of this, and what are a few words for you to think about? The first thing to note is that this is a fun opportunity. If you like getting things done, if you like being involved with people who get things done, operations management is a career to consider. In being a manager in this entity, you will get an opportunity to coordinate engineers, coordinate staff personnel, coordinate employees and blue-collar labor, coordinate capacity, inventory, lead time to create a competitive organization. There are great opportunities because given globalization, what it takes to be competitive is changing every day. And it's important to have effective managers who play a role here. It allows you to leverage the specific skills that Cranard is known for. We are a program that's quantitative. We have a great reputation in production operations management. We have great capabilities in supply chain management. We have a lot of managers who come to campus, and we have an effective center. Please take advantage of all of these things. If you have any questions, contact any of the faculty listed. They'll be glad to tell you about what makes us excited about operations management as a career. We hope you'll join us in this great journey. I know that you're at the early stages of your career and you're considering many options. Take a look, talk to people, go out and kick the tires, and you'll find it to be a great opportunity. Thank you.